It's the Trigger Man, Weljon Mindoro. Yoel Camirelli.
Title at 75 kilogram middleweight between two accomplished operators, and the man wearing the black trunks trimmed with gold is the undefeated professional Weljon Mindoro. 14 fights, 1 draw, 13 wins, all of them coming inside the distance. No stranger to fighting outside of the Philippines, because his last 2 contests have been in the United States, where he produced a KO of the Year candidate in July against Tyler Goodjohn, getting him out of there in the 2nd round of a contest schedule. He said the ring IQ of Andre Ward is what he admires. And he said that facing a puncher of this caliber and this repute really didn't hold any fears for him, as he scores with a flicking jab, then he doubled it up, not too accurate with the 2nd pair of lead lefts, but he said that he intends to use that shot to frustrate the punch, just render Mindoro a frustrated figure, and then he'll start looking for the KO. And in Zoom moves into that role earlier this year. Right cross, left up, left hook to the body, left hook on the inside, landed by Camirelli. Darting laterally, both left and right, is Camirelli. Weljon Mindoro seeking to pin him against the ropes, bring him square in there. He did get through with a power driving right cross and unloads a couple of punches to the body. Left hook after turning the tables, landed by Camirelli. Competitive within his shape. His good right hand to the body, followed by a left hook upstairs from Camirelli, but then Mindoro backing his man across the ropes with a forward foray, but keeping his composure under fire and answering with a single was Camirelli. Mindoro just seeking to end that little coming together with a right uppercut, but pulling the trigger first against the trigger man is Camirelli. Now backing him up to his own corner with nudging right uppercuts, and it's physical right of Mindoro from around the kneecap, just cracked right into his face to disrupt his forward movement. Beautiful shot with that lead left from Camirelli, as the quick-footed with his advances, trying to close the gap, but invariably the man breaking the standoff by letting his hands go first is Camirelli, and it's a disruptive up in the boxing ring as he circumnavigates, his back skimming against the ropes. Turns the tables one.
We said in an earlier fight, shoulders, forearms, whatever, just make sure you start landing.
Well, Mindoro out aggressively and letting a fusillade of punches go, and a couple of the body shots did get through, followed by a flashing right uppercut. Pinned in his own corner is Camirelli, keen to try and fashion a clinch, but then just, oh, beautiful 2-shot salvo to the body from Mindoro. Perhaps his best punches of the entire contest, as he sunk his feet into the canvas and got real leverage onto his shots. But now it's Camirelli walking down a knockout artist, and he's teeing away to the body before cuffing away with a right hook to the head. And again, it's a question we often pose when you've got a man who is used to touching opponents and seeing them fall. Will the curse of the puncher befall Weljon Mindoro tonight? Still early days, of course, in this battle for the Asian Continental title at 75 kilograms. But oftentimes, when a puncher is landing cleanly and the opponent is still there, well, sometimes the puncher's instinct can be to just dig away harder. And even though they say they're prepared to go the distance, and no doubt physically they are, can sometimes play tricks in the mind of the expert finisher. That is what the trigger man has proven to be during his professional career to this point, having made his debut in 2019. But Camirelli, with a cuffing right hand and then tying his man up to waltz him back to the space of center ring, is boxing a clever physical contest. Left-right combination not too far away from Mindoro, but Camirelli tucking up behind his shoulder to ward off the incoming fire. And again, it's a disruptive lead left that he's continuing to work behind Camirelli, proffering the half-cover guard. There he fires an overhand right. The left hook which followed may have glanced the nose of Mindoro after the right hand was inaccurate. Clocking up the miles on his fistic odometer as he glides around the perimeter of the ring. Camirelli, Mindoro. Again, when Andy and I were observing him work out at the Rocky Road Gym, as a flashing left-right combination catches the advancing Mindoro from Camirelli. He's possessed of that timing that just produces a distinctive sound. Overhand left was a barroom brawl of a blow from Mindoro. Couldn't quite find a range as he walked his man down, but Camirelli landing with the inside of the glove, and then an altogether cleaner right hand, and another one from Camirelli, followed by a left hook, boxing beautifully off the ropes as Mindoro tries to respond with a right uppercut of his own. But he's walked back across the ring by Camirelli, who is just neutralizing the bombs that are housed in the boxing gloves of the left and right fists of Mindoro. Terrific work by Camirelli to smother the man from the Philippines who's looking for a right hand. Yep. 2 going the 10-round distance, so 8 rounds for this Asian title won't hold any fears for him. But again, it's a very dynamic manner of boxing. As for Mindoro, who bulldozed his man back to the ropes and lands with a right cross. Clever boxing out of the corner from Camirelli, who's remained responsible. But now he's beginning to be teed off upon by Mindoro. Is this a stoppage? No, it's a standing count. So, referee Valery Pastuhov stepping in with a standing count after hooks and uppercuts began to crash home against Camirelli. Oh, that's a beautiful right hand on the resumption, but now Mindoro has got his man going, and he's seeking to demonstrate that he is a precise and merciless finisher once again. It's an awful long time to negotiate. Beautiful left hook, but then a right hand in response from Camirelli. But Mindoro really is finding the range on his punches now and wearing all of them flush is Camirelli. He's endured a torrid minute and 10 seconds so far. He's taken a standing count. Back into the breach steps Mindoro. Senses that he's got his man going. He's wrestled him down to the canvas. That gives him some brief respite. The referee wipes the gloves clean, and he's walked onto a shot, which was an uppercut, which sends Camirelli to the canvas to take the second count of the round. There's still a minute and a half to go in round number 4, and against a finisher like Mindoro, that could well be a long 90 seconds. Camirelli on the ropes above our commentary position, bobbing and weaving, trying to hold off, but he's taken a right uppercut, and the towel has come in from Dino Billinghurst in the corner. The corner of the Australian, Joel Camirelli, stopping this contest early, and exuberant celebrations for Weljon Mindoro. He got his man going at the start.
And before we hand over the IBA Pro Asian Championship title, we have 2 special guest presenters, 2 icons of the sport, the real deals. Let me please introduce Mr. Kostya Tszyu and Mr. Manny Pacman Pacquiao.
Well, what a presentation party on hand to give the prize to Weljon Mindoro.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds of boxing, we go to your judges' scorecards. Pardon me. The contest ends in round number 4. The official time, 1 minute and 40 seconds of round number 4. Therefore, your winner by TKO from the Philippines, the Triggerman, Weljon Mindoro.